The project we were involved in was based around our new curriculum. The children chose that during our electricity topic they'd be making their own Christmas decorations. At the same time in ICT we were looking at using multimedia presentations, and we try and link our ICT into our topic work. To do the multimedia presentations we talked about the different media that could be used, and they had different media recording devices available to them.
We used the camera to take a photo, we used the flip cams, and we used the microphones.
Well, we used them to record and say what we've done, and we'd say how we made it and stuff.
They interviewed each other, they took photos of what they were doing, they actually videoed the techniques that they used, and at various points along the way were taking photos of their project.
When we did our presentation, there were lots of pictures you can put in, and there were animated pictures of an electrical thing. We put some pictures that we took about a circuit not working and the circuit working.
The children did need quite a lot of guidance at the start of how they should record things and what they should record. A couple of weeks before we started this project, we started looking at the ICT program that they were going to use. So the children actually were doing a trial run of putting video clips on and putting stills on, and from that they gathered a lot of ideas that you can't have too long a clip, that it has to be quite short and snappy. So we looked at sound bites a lot, and we also spent probably an afternoon just playing with the different devices just to check that all the children could do it. You can't just assume that because children have got technology that they can use it effectively. They might be able to take a quick photo on their phone, they might be able to send a text message using one thumb, and they might be able to finish a computer game in one sitting. But actually when they need to think about what technology has been used for, they need to just look at the bigger picture, and I think my job as a teacher is to try and guide them in terms of this is the end product that we're aiming for. The main successes of the project was that the children were completely engaged. There was a massive amount of enthusiasm.
I'm really interested in technology and stuff.
Well, I liked it and my group liked it when we got to show everyone, because we got to do lots of different things we haven't done before.
The whole project was based on collaboration. It was based on children working together in different ways. That worked really well, and I think that it meant that children could draw on their own skills and actually push those forward, but also learn from other people. As the new curriculum starts getting introduced over the next 18 months, people will find it increasingly easy to foster digital literacy.
Well, it helps you learn, really.
Well, digital literacy is about being literate and understanding what new technologies are, and more importantly, how they can be used and when it's appropriate for them to be used. The project we decided to do with the students was to make and create a digital prospectus. We thought that would be a great way of our young students looking at a range of technologies, deciding which ones to use, and then having an end product which they could evaluate.
This part of the prospectus is about a very special part of the school.
The chickens.
We've had the chickens for about 6 months now, and they've settled in perfectly.
That very much fitted in with an emphasis on student voice, which we're very keen to promote. What we also did was mixed up 2 year groups and mixed up abilities and boys and girls, so that we had a real mix of children.
We had to team up with 2 year 6s and 2 year 5s, and we had to work out how we're going to present it. Some people are videoing, some people are making PowerPoints and taking pictures.
The thing that really excited us about the activities was looking at the children and the engagement of the children, but particularly children who don't necessarily shine with their writing or with their numeracy. This took away a lot of those confines, so the children were able to express themselves in different ways, so speaking and listening skills, drama. Some children decided to do a rap for part of our prospectus. One key difference in teaching style was really handing things over almost totally to the children initially.
We first write down a plan, and then we figure out how we're going to put it into a presentation.
We did the playground, I think.
And clubs.
Yeah.
School dinners, and that all goes onto one CD, and then when people are thinking about sending their children to the school, at the back of the book that they get there will be a CD which they can watch.
My group done the bike shed,
the football cage, the stage music, and the receptions.
We had to make sure it was like our best effort. Like, we wouldn't want people to see us like just boring on people, then they wouldn't come to the school.
And we tried to make this school sound as great as possible, but it is great.
The thing we've learned most from this project is just how much digital technology is actually being used by young people outside of school. The key thing, I think, is for us not to underestimate our young children.
We have very special people in our school called chicken helpers, and they do most of the chickens' jobs.
Like maybe like cleaning out the cage every other day.
And feeding them every single day except from the weekend.
What we're going to do now is go back inside, put the film onto the computer and decide if it's good enough to go onto our prospectus or if there are any bits that we need to edit or refilm, okay? And that's the beauty of this digital technology. We don't have to get it right first time. We've got great plans to carry on developing digital literacy in the future. It's a fantastic opportunity to try out new things, to work with children in a different way and to come up with an end result which might really surprise you.